Well, g'day. I have a few minutes spare and wanted to get this quick recording about Wikipedia, using Wikipedia in research out of the way. Here I am looking at the English Wikipedia article for the Battle of Long Tan. And this is an article I was reading, I don't know, quite a while ago now, and I just remembered it was a good example of this particular method. And this is to cross-check between the different language versions of Wikipedia. So looking at the English version, just have a quick scroll through there. It's a massive article, as is most military history articles in the English Wikipedia. They're comprehensive, well referenced, and extensive. The thing I did on this particular article is I was curious to see what the Vietnamese Wikipedia article had to say about this particular battle. And in Wikipedia on the left-hand side, you've got the English versions of all articles. Sometimes there's a lot of language versions and sometimes there's a few. In this case, only a few. That's because each language version in Wikipedia is an independent Wikipedia project. Their pages are sometimes often structured differently. And they're essentially written by volunteers from that language. So anyway, let's open up the Vietnamese article. And I'll just get it. The thing I wanted to point out in this method is the Google Translate that often automatically pops up when you open up a page other than English, if you're an English user in the browser. Otherwise, you take the URL and paste it into Google Translate. So we'll just translate that into English just so we can have a look, but just at a quick browse, I wanted to show the difference in scale of the article. This is really just a footnote by comparison. But when you read the article, there's one thing that stands out quite a bit, and this is the account of casualties. Now, naturally, I suppose the Vietnamese would be sourcing Vietnamese sources on the casualty counts, but when we look at the references here, one of them is to Terry Burstall, the author of A Soldier Returns, University of Queensland Press. So the citation is to an Australian claim. The official body count is not as it seems. So if we have a look at that link, I've already got it open in this tab. The second thing that's interesting is that the Vietnamese editors have used the Wayback Machine to archive this particular URL so that if the original website ever goes offline, the archive will have a copy. I haven't checked if the original website is still online. This was archived back in, or before 2015, but this reference goes to the 2015 instance of the article. And I had to read through these excerpts of primary sources, if you like, to the battle. And it's in the end here, the reference to the Terry, did I say Tony before? Terry Burstall book. And there's this account here, basically depicting what I would say is a fairly realistic scenario of the difficulty of counting bodies after a battle when the bodies are in many parts, and the idea that this might account for an overestimate of the number of bodies, and therefore the number of casualties. And Terry goes as far as to say that it might have only been 50 as opposed to 254, which is a significant difference, obviously. So anyway, I just wanted to point that example out of the benefit of using the different language versions in some instances and Google Translate and the Wayback Machine to cross-check claims to fact in any particular article, and in this case, the Battle of Long Tan and the official casualty rate, and there it is there. 18 Australians and 245 Vietnamese killed, which, well, it's official in English history, but as for the Vietnamese history, I'm not sure what the official account is, but at least there's a reference to an Australian author who questions that, as well as a Vietnamese veteran as well. Okay, hope you found that interesting. I find Wikipedia a very interesting space for research, and there's more methods to come as I find some time.